Hi, this is Cardina with cardinaskitchen.com and easyveggiemealplans.com, and I'm going to show you how to make an Italian dish today. And this is going to be a healthy version of a traditional Italian dish, and it's actually going to be a fully raw dish as well. So I know I've gotten a lot of requests for some raw dishes, so I hope you like this one. So I'm going to show you how to make noodles, and we're not going to use traditional noodles. We're going to use zucchini. So this is going to be your noodles. And what's great about this is zucchini has its own nutrient values, vitamin C, it has potassium and folate, and it has a large amount of water content, so it's good. It will fill you up, and it has fiber, so you're going to feel full without getting too many calories. Because we all know that sometimes when we eat pasta, we can eat a lot of pasta and more than we should eat, and we'll be eating excess calories. So, and that causes people to gain weight. So this is going to help you to feel satisfied, get the nutrients that you need, and love what you eat, right? So I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to show you how to make the raw tomato sauce that goes on the noodles. So it's going to be like a spaghetti. So here we have a mandolin, and this has a couple of slicers on it. It has a couple of blades right here, and it also has a long blade right here, okay? So I've been using this last couple days because I've been making my Italian dishes. Now you could take a knife and slice them, but it would take you a long time to do it. So this is really, really helpful. So I'm going to just shred it right into my dish here. Okay. I'm going to make it a little thinner. Great, so I'm going to show you what this looks like. You can see how it makes these nice thin noodles, and however long your zucchini is how long your noodles will be. So we got baby zucchini right now, so as summer comes along then we'll get larger ones, and I'll probably take about 3 or so of these to make a nice amount for my husband and I, or you could make this for your family and surprise them. So you're just going to just keep shredding them as much as you want, just like that. Okay, so that's the first step. So now you know how to make the zucchini noodles. Now I'm going to show you how to make the marinara sauce that goes on top. So here we go. Alright, so this is going to be a fully raw marinara sauce, and we're going to use fresh tomatoes and sun-dried tomatoes. We're going to blend it in the blender. Now with the sun-dried tomatoes, if you have a high-powered blender, you could just throw these in a high-powered blender. But if you have a regular kitchen blender, then you may want to soak them in water for about 20 minutes to soften them up, so it'll be easier to blend. But I have a high-powered blender. This is the total blender, so it'll just pulverize it basically. So we have sun-dried tomatoes, regular tomatoes, about 2 to 3 regular tomatoes, and about 4 to 6 ounces of sun-dried tomatoes. We're going to do about 2 to 3 garlic cloves. We're going to put in some fresh basil, and you just want to do it to taste for the herbs. I usually start out with less, and then I taste test it, and then I add more, just because if you get too many herbs, then you can't fix it. So I'd rather do less and then add more. So I probably put about 5 basil leaves in here. And I also have some fresh tarragon from our friend's garden. So these are dried. So I'm going to put about 1 little handful in there. 1.5. And I have some rosemary as well. You can also just, at the store, you can get a seasoning that says Italian herbs. So it'll have thyme, oregano, basil, rosemary, all combined together. I like the fresh basil to add a little bit more zest and flavor to it, so I would recommend that. And we'll do a little bit of olive oil. And it does make a difference. It makes it a little creamier. And then salt. This is a really simple recipe. It'll probably take you 10 minutes to make. So if you're on the go, just make a lot of this so you'll have extra for later. But I mean, it's super easy to make. You'll have it down in about 10 minutes and you'll be ready to eat. Now the next thing is going to be dates. You could use agave nectar if you want, but it just adds a little bit of dimension to the flavor. So I put 2 dates in there and make sure got everything here. So yes, we got everything in here. So just to go over this again, we have tomato, sun-dried tomatoes, we have garlic, olive oil, salt, herbs, and dates. And that's all we need. Now we're going to blend it up. You can go ahead. Okay. All right. Well, I have to have this tasted by the professional taste tester, my husband. So let's see what he thinks. How is it?
Good. Very sweet, very savory. It's had more salt.
A little more salt, okay.
Just for me personally.
That brings out the flavors, so. Okay, so we'll do one last blend, and then we should be ready to go. So, you know, I used a high mineral salt, or a high nutrient salt. So, you know, get like a Himalayan salt, mineral salt. Use something high quality. It makes a difference. Okay, great. We're ready to go. So I'm going to, I shredded just a little bit more zucchini in here. This is about 1.5 of the small zucchinis. And you can see how they're nice and flexible, so it should be pretty easy to stir it around and make our spaghetti. I'm just going to pour it right in here, right on top. Okay. This has a really nice robust flavor, and the sun-dried tomatoes help give it that full flavor. And I made a raw cheese, and I'll have to show you how to make this sometime. If you want something simple to add on top, which kind of gives it a creamy, cheesy flavor, you can add nutritional yeast, or they used to call it brewer's yeast as well, and you can sprinkle that right on top. So I'm going to put some right on top. And my dish is ready to go. And you won't be disappointed. I know you're really going to like this dish. So enjoy this great dish, which will help you to stay energized and get you the body that you're looking for, and staying lean and getting lean. So enjoy this dish. It's my raw Italian spaghetti. Thanks for joining me, everybody. You can check out more recipes at cardinaskitchen.com. And you can also see my 90-day vegetarian weight loss program at easyveggiemealplans.com. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta da cielo.